Hi, I'm at ASH in San Diego on Monday, December 3rd, which is the last day of this conference, and I'm glad I stayed this long because one of the most interesting abstracts that I ran across was today in the outcomes session where Uma Barate talked about how difficult it is going to be to enroll AML patients on clinical trials. AML is a relatively rare disease with about 20,000 cases that are diagnosed in the United States every single year. And when you think about things like an IDH mutation in 10% of patients or a FLT3 mutation, those are even rarer. And in the United States, our clinical trial accrual for adults is about 5%. So only 5% of adults in the United States who have cancer go on a clinical trial. So if you do the math and you go through it all, we have multiple clinical trials which are open for FLT3 inhibitors now in combination with other drugs to try and see if we can make these single agent approvals more potent in treating acute leukemia. But if you look at the numbers, there are only about 300 patients that can go on open clinical trials for FLT3 inhibitors and combinations when more like 900 patients are needed. So we have a problem in accruing patients who have AML to clinical trials so we can further improve therapy. So in the United States, we really are going to have to think about how we're going to improve that. Children in the United States, using the Children Oncology Group, have a 50% accrual rate to clinical trials. And they do better as a group with better outcomes, probably because those children are all enrolled on clinical trials. So we have to do better in the United States for our AML patients. And I really am very happy that Dr. Barate brought this all to our attention so we can think about it as an industry, a pharma, doctor, patient-centered industry where we're trying to develop these new drugs in combination now to be more potent than they are alone.